And we are back live, folks. I'm here with Rick Brandt and Thomas Morgan. Rick, why don't you go ahead and give Thomas an opportunity to introduce himself?
Thomas, thank you for being here.
Appreciate it.
Like all the other candidates, I admire everyone that is willing to put everything on the line to come out and do this. And this is for the people of Marion County, so I want to thank everyone for doing that. Thomas, you have an announcement to make, and if you would tell our audience what it is.
Yeah, my name's Thomas Morgan. I'm actually running for District 2, Seat C, to run for County Commissioner. I actually want to help the citizens of Marion County. I've seen a lot of nonsense happen in 5 years that I've been here. Oh, like that.
Before we get into that real quick, give us a little background. Who is Thomas Morgan?
So, a little bit about me. I'll be 43 in March. I live in Whiteside. My main background is real estate. I've been buying and selling residential and investment properties for 15 plus years. I became a resident of Marion County because I bought really it was a redneck membership club of people off-roading up on Etna. We kind of repositioned that into some Airbnbs and campground that caters to overlanders, tent campers, and van lifers. So we promote a lot of ecotourism in Marion County.
Can everyone hear okay? Do you have anyone's...
Not having any comments that anyone can't hear. If you're having problems hearing us, just put a little comment there.
I'll step
Please
on
continue.
your foot, and that way you're out there. And what inspired you to do what you're doing?
What really got me was when I first moved here, I had some land issues that were caused by the county. I had a lot of problems with the drug house. I felt like it was being enabled by the county. I had issues with a railroad crossing. I gave my background, I solve real estate problems. So, okay, I gave a very educated plan on how to solve that problem, how to get the grants and everything. And
Thomas, we do have a little bit. Can you speak a little bit more loud?
yeah, I got you. So when I initially in 2022, I approached the county trying to get a real estate problem solved. Like it was a dangerous railroad crossing and be able to help the community. I found out later on that the county didn't have a grant writer. So even the grant I was speaking about, I was speaking over their heads. I found out later on that we rely on Southeast Tennessee Economic Development, which is a nonprofit out of Chattanooga that writes grants for the county. They also write for 13 plus other counties around us and for North Georgia. So it gives us no competitive advantage. So we don't open ourselves up to any federal tax or minimal federal assistance to actually help our community. So we rely just on the tax basis to help us grow. From there, I was trying to speak about it at the county commission. Well, I was speaking about it and trying to get the grants. I basically felt like the county didn't want to recognize my problem. I felt like they were trying to belittle me and say, oh, this guy's trying to quiet train whistles, quote unquote. They also tried to tell me the county road budget was $10,000. Me being in real estate, I know I can't even pave a driveway for $10,000. So where's all the money going if we're not fixing roads and things like that?
So if you get elected, what would be the things that you'd like to improve as far as the commission and the county, and also you said second district, so to help all of your constituents, what are those things that you're thinking about improving?
Number one, the non-negotiable for me is the county government and commission needs to respect people's constitutional rights.
Speak that louder. So
the county commission and the sheriff's office and the county government needs to respect basic constitutional rights. I do not understand anybody taking a constitutional oath that cannot even basically explain the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, things like that. We all have a right to redress our government. I was removed from a county meeting by the sheriff saying I was being disruptive. And the county's openly spending money right now to gaslight and take me to federal court saying I was being disruptive for asking to speak and seek grievances with county government in public comments. Another thing I would do, we need rules and order for the county government. Not just to provide protection for the citizens, protections for the local leaders. If one metaphor I use, especially with a lot of coaching students and things I use for real estate, is what's the difference between a rocket and a bomb? It's a metaphor for life. Direction and focus of energy. With one, you can self-destruct and destroy yourself, spiral out of control, maybe fizzle around, do something. If you have the right focus and direction, you can go to the moon with the same amount of explosive energy. Problem with a lot of leadership I see in this county is there's no common goal. We have no common vision, no direction of where this county is actually going. So everyone's shooting off, spending their energy where no one's going in a common path to improve it for everybody. We've gotten so divided with parties and different cliques and affiliates of who's born here and who's not here. We're forgetting everyone as a whole population. It gets really frustrating as a citizen, especially when from ethics meetings, or the county can't even figure out how to have that. We have no internal affairs, so there's no protection for the citizens on the government level from bad sheriffs and bad training and lack of training. And we have barely any separation of powers anymore. I have federal depositions right now from 2 sitting elected officials that, when asked about separation of powers, they said, "You mean local, federal, and state? Not judicial, legislative, executive?" We have people that don't understand what they're trying to run for and what their opportunity is. They're more concerned with keeping the power and doing what's good for them and their friends versus what's good for everybody. And as an American, it makes me sick listening to the things that happen in this county. From citizen journalists getting orders of protection against them for asking about Freedom of Information Act requests. From civil rights abuses to people being arrested, to even the drug task force, the way they're abusing civil asset forfeiture. It drives me crazy.
So some of the things that you might consider proposing, because obviously there's 15 commissioners,
Yeah.
or 14 others if you were elected, is to promote information and training for all of our elected in the legislative bodies, so that they know the separation of powers and the difference, and why it's important that it's a great checks and balances is a very important thing.
Yeah. Number one, what is wrong with transparency and accountability?
Can you hear? Are they hearing okay?
I'm not having any comments.
One thing is bothers me. This county government fears transparency and accountability. Like, they do not want it because they don't want to be held accountable for their decisions. Yet we seem to make very short-sighted decisions. I can go into hundreds of examples of this, but we're not looking at what's the long-term growth thing. Like, not having grant writers. Okay, yeah, it's kind of short-sighted. But when I believe it was South Pittsburgh or Jasper put in a tax on Airbnbs and truck stops, similar to Chattanooga's Airbnb tax and hotel tax. The goal was to raise income to pay for sewer and water infrastructure. But simultaneously, TDEC had $1 billion non-competitive grant. Any municipality or county or city could apply for it for sewer and water infrastructure. But instead, we're going to tax small businesses and tourism and hurt the local economy versus applying or having somebody on staff to recognize, hey, there's federal opportunity here. We don't have to just take it from every citizen. It's already there. We just have to apply ourselves. Things like that drive me crazy. Like, one thing, me and Daniel Carter, we were having a great conversation last time I ran into him about how to grow Marion County's economy. One thing I heard, and it drove drove me crazy at one meeting was it was Mr. Jackson or Dave Jackson talking about his trip to Bentonville, Arkansas, which was it was just political fluff of, oh, I was so inspirational, but there's no detail to it. Me being in real estate, I study economies around the country to see what's emerging and what's growing and whatnot. If you know anything about Bentonville, Arkansas, it's the home of Walmart. Sam Walton made a big deal. If you wanted to be in Walmart, you had to have an office in Bentonville. A few generations deep, his grandkids realized we're the biggest asset to this area and the biggest liability. If anything happens, just like chasing these smokestacks to get these mega corporations, yeah, you can have it, but look at Detroit. If anything happens, it'll all collapse. So why not diversify the economy? So what the Walmart grandkids did, they did basically a SWOT analysis. They looked around, what are our assets, what are our liabilities? What do we have as a community that we can develop? And they started realizing we have a lot of undevelopable land, rough terrain, stuff that's not going to perk, it's not buildable. What can we do with that? Marion County for decades, or for the past 100 years, have been real big into forestry and timber. That's been slowly dying. What the Walmart Family Foundation did, they took $10 million and put into mountain bike parks all throughout the city. They basically made like Chattanooga riverfront park style family trails everywhere throughout the city. That bred healthier communities, more civic engagement, kids that could be out in the street doing things where they weren't worried about it, where their parents weren't worried where they were. It also bred a lot of tourism. Bentonville's now become a mountain bike mecca in the past 10, 15 years. I know I've personally gone out there and spent thousands of dollars renting Airbnbs, renting e-bike, just go enjoy the place.
So instead of tourists, or instead of a massive amount of industry,
Yeah.
You're saying let's make tourism that industry.
Yeah, why are we not focused on ecotourism? Everyone moved here for the beauty. We all love it. That's why we settled here. Why not share that and import dollars into our economy versus trying to get some mega corporation to destroy it?
We have some of the best rock climbing
Yeah.
in the country, and we have access to both Tennessee and Sequatchie rivers.
We have Tennessee River, Sequatchie River, caving, off-roading, AOP, Prentice Cooper, Franklin Forest. We have so much natural beauty here. But yet, for some reason, we want to chase everyone out. But yet, the goal of any economy is to import dollars. Me being in real estate, I understand that Airbnbs and rental properties are some of the lowest barrier to entry businesses. But yet, I know I've been doing it for 5 years in Marion County. Or 4.5, 5 years now. I get absolutely zero support from the county whatsoever. Why not support the guy that can create 2, 3, 5 jobs locally? If you can get 10 or 20 of those going, and now your economy's risk segmented, versus trying to get the one company in here, you're going to have to recruit $10 million, $20 million, give them all kinds of pilot programs to create 50 jobs? And now you're going to have 50 people with an employee mindset versus an entrepreneurial mindset. Like one major thing I've noticed in Marion County, we have a lot of people that have never created anything. They've grown up with an employee mindset. So now they want to be in charge of the entire economy and in charge of everyone. That's kind of narrow-minded, short-sighted thinking to me.
So you're right now with District 2 with seat 3. I don't know who is that has seat 3.
Right now it's Donnie Cantrell.
Okay. All right. I think if you and how you represent the people in District 2, it sounds like what you're bringing to the table is a knowledge of what our rights are as citizens, to protect them from government that might be going astray, That'd be one big thing. Obviously, you have an idea on growth and a type of growth that doesn't take all our natural resources and like water and destroy it. Well, I don't know who couldn't buy that. That sounds pretty good to me.
It's fairly easy to grow and help Marion County. Like if you look at above the Whitwell High School, Bolt tree houses, there's beautiful properties. Like,
Is that the cabins that are on the?
yeah, they're a bunch of like
geodesic dome cabins.
Yeah, I mean, they raised private capital and built that. They import dollars like clockwork into their town. They're hiring cleaners, landscapers, a lot of people. Why? Like yet we hinder that and want to tax it. There's a lot of things that just don't make sense to me in Marion County.
Well, the big thing is you might have an opportunity to help change some of these things.
I hope so. If not, I hope at least to challenge the mark of what people are willing to accept in Marion County.
Okay. You want to give a closing?
Yeah. Once again, my name's Thomas Morgan. If I'm representing District 2 and Seat C, if you want to reach out to me, I'm looking for people to sign my petition. I'm more than happy to talk to anybody. If you have something you want to try to fix in Marion County, I'm all ears.
And you're an independent.
Yeah, I'm running as independent. I want to fight for the people, not the parties at this point. My direct number is 423-437-3333. That's my cell phone. I'm more than happy to talk to anybody.
Do your number again, because
423-437-3333.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate you very much.
And we want to thank all the candidates that came on tonight. And I believe this is the biggest night we've had so far.
Oh, yeah. Well, now keep in mind what we got in store here.
Yeah.
Because we're going to try to do this every week.
Yes.
And have these folks come back so that the public knows who they're voting for.
Exactly.
And like I said, this popularity stuff is, I know it's the way that things have happened in the past, but now substance matters because Marion County is changing.
It is. It is. We also intend to have some candidate debates, and we're working on that. We want to invite everybody back for the candidate debates when those happen. And want to remind everybody one last time that regardless of party affiliation or lack of party affiliation, if you are a candidate or an office holder, you are welcome to come on Marion County Hardball. With that, and Monday night we're interviewing.
Monday night, Michael Burnett.
Michael Burnett.
He's running for sheriff. We'll be at 6 o'clock. I think we're going to be at Sasquatch.
Okay. That's Sasquatch Farms. Okay, folks, thank you very much, and join us next Monday night.